Hey, welcome to the replay. I've got a quick tip that I want to offer you. I promise you it is not going to take long. Just stick with me for 1 second. So, my name is Monique James. I am a master content strategist, a fractional CMO, and I work with online brands and nonprofits to help them clarify the elements of their content strategy so they can turn their marketing messages into money. Even if you're a nonprofit, you still need money, okay? What I want to talk to you about in this video is the most important aspect, the most important piece, the most important element of your content strategy. And now I know you might be saying, well, Monique, I already know what that is. It's my content. I can understand why you would think that, but I am here to tell you that the most important aspect of your content strategy, your marketing strategy, whatever term you use to describe the information that informs and support the activities that you do to promote, to build awareness, to sell your thing in whatever format that happens, whether you're doing your marketing offline or you do your marketing online. I understand why the general consensus is that the most important aspect of that marketing or that content strategy is the content, because you're watching this video right now, right? This video is content. If you're an online brand owner or you're a nonprofit, you probably engage with and consume content from all different types of people all the time across the digital channels that you use. And so I get why one would believe that the content is the most important piece. I beg to differ. In my work with online brand owners, with nonprofit associations, with organizations that serve business owners, I like to talk about, actually, I used to teach a class. I used to teach a workshop all about the basics, the getting started of content strategy. And the title of that workshop was Marketing to the Right Customer. And so I believe that the most important aspect of your content strategy is not your content, it is your customer discovery. And here's why. Think about a person you have a very intimate relationship with. Could be your romantic partner, could be your best friend. And think about how at any given time of day or night, you can engage in a conversation with that person about anything or nothing. Even when you're talking about nothing, you're talking about something, right? When you consider, especially if you're leveraging digital channels for your marketing, when you consider that the pace, the tempo of the digital landscape is to always have something to be pushing out, always have something to share, always have something to post, always have something to publish. When you consider that it goes really fast, that the life cycle of a tweet is 11 seconds the last time I checked the stats. When you consider all of that you can't help but recognize that you have to have, there is a pressure to have a lot of content to publish so that you can always be pulling people in. But if you don't know the people, if you have no information about the people, if you are not informed about their lives or about their needs, their wants, their desires, the goals, the whatevers, if you have no information about them, how can you possibly show up consistently, whatever consistency looks like for you? How can you show up with conversations to invite them into and know what to say? Knowing what to say, the what to say is the content. You can't know what to say if you're not clear on who it is that you're engaging in the conversation with. And so for me, the customer discovery piece is the most important element in your content strategy. Let's go back to that workshop that I told you about, marketing to the right customer. So I taught this workshop for SCORE and for a few other like nonprofit organizations, service-based organizations that serve and support business owners. And in that workshop, I taught about customer discovery, an introduction to customer discovery, and I challenged the attendees to be able to identify or list 15 to 20 pieces of information about their intended customer. And I know that seems like, whoa, that is way too much. And I'm not talking about just demographics, because that's the easy stuff, that's the superficial stuff. The more you know about how they think and about their opinions on certain issues that relate to your offer, the more you know about their lifestyle, the more you know about what other places they go to get information, the easier it is for you to craft content that will speak to them, that will pull them in, that will elicit their reaction, their engagement, and that will prepare them to say yes to you when you're offering something. If you do not know your person, you cannot show up on this channel or the other channel or the other channel or the other channel in a consistent way that would allow you to stay at the top of mind space in their minds, so that when you have something to sell, they're ready to say yes. If you don't know your person, you won't have enough conversation to invite them into, so that they remember you, so that they trust you, so that they get to learn that what you have to offer is useful, that it's relevant, that it's timely, that you understand them. You have to know your people well enough. And it is a constant process. Customer discovery is a constant process. But for me, even if you are unclear on your brand message, your brand voice, your brand beliefs, even if you have no idea what those elements are, you don't have answers to those questions. If you know your person, if you know your intended customer profile, if you have details about that person, you can craft the content that will allow them to be interested in you and in your offer and in your business and in your solutions. And they will be interested because you've been interested in them. You've shown interest. You've done the work to figure out who they are. You've done the work to figure out where they spend time online. Your customer discovery is the most important element of your content strategy. Because once you're clear on that, ideating, creating, designing, publishing, and measuring the content that you're going to share is going to be a lot easier. So I want to give you some homework. Now that you've watched this video, I want you to pull out your intended customer profile. And if you don't have it documented anywhere, do that first. Write it down on a piece of paper, use your favorite online tool, whatever. Outline, list out all of the information that you have about that person or those persons. You may have more than one intended customer profile. That's okay. That's very common. After you've outlined all of the information that you have about that person, I want you to increase it by 20%, whatever that number is. If you have 10 facts, I want you to add 2 more. Do the research. Look through your past customers, your past clients. Ask them about their lives. Go back to your social media comments and build out a more fleshed out, a clearer picture of that person's life, so that when you are sitting down to create content, you will know, just like when you sit down to engage with your BFF or your significant other. Just like when you sit down to talk to them, you always have something to talk about. When you're sitting down to create content for the person that you expect to say yes to you, you will have a better idea of what you can talk about that be directly about your offer, or maybe in what I like to call the universe around your offer. You'll know where to go to find inspiration. You'll know where to go to find sources. You will know how to have the conversation with them. And then when that's tied to the other elements of your strategy, like your business goals, like your revenue goals, you will also know that the work you are putting in is getting you closer to the goals that you've set for yourself, while also creating the wins that those people are looking for. So that's all I have for you all. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole thing, whether you've been treating your content like the most important piece. And if you're feeling really bold, drop some details about your intended customer in the comments. You just might find them here. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch you on my next broadcast. Bye.